Our first guest is a talented actress starring in a new film entitled The Legend of Bagger Vance. It opens on Friday. And look, she's on the cover here of this magazine right there. Yeah. And if you subscribe now, you get a free one of these. Here's the very lovely Charlize Theron. Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, you look lovely.
Thank you very much.
Let's see if I recall from your previous visit. You've been here before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You're from South Africa? You're born in South Africa? Now, do they have Halloween there? Do they celebrate that?
We do not celebrate Halloween.
Good for
no.
you.
Yes.
It's crazy here, isn't it?
That's why we have good teeth.
Too much candy. But my problem isn't from eating the candy. It's just that the guy put a thing in there today. Yeah, you have beautiful teeth, by the way.
I do.
Yeah, congratulations on that. Take care of those teeth.
No, we don't celebrate Halloween. It's not an anything there.
Yeah.
We don't have it at all. And then I came here, and then all of a sudden I started seeing kids one day just come to my house.
Well, that's fine. Kids doing that, that's fine. But it's when it's adults, like when you go into the supermarket and you got people dressed as like Casper checking you out, that.
But then you feel bad because you're not prepared. I wasn't prepared the first year.
Right.
And then I was, I had to go out of my bag and get gum out, to give them something.
Yeah.
So I felt so bad. All of a sudden, all these kids in front of my house.
You know what I do? I travel a lot, and I save those little tiny liquor bottles. There you go, kid. Who wants a Stoli? What's a Jim Beam?
I'm going to remember that.
Hey, this is pretty nice. You're on the cover here of the Vogue magazine. Is this the new Vogue magazine?
It's one kind of a Vogue magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean? Is that the newest issue?
One of them.
It's the October issue. Yeah, it's the current issue.
What month? Yeah.
October.
Yes.
Yeah. And,
Halloween.
Was this exciting for you to be on the cover? You've been on before?
Sure. No, this is my first time on the cover. Yeah, this was. It's nice,
And sure. And what goes on inside the pages of Vogue? What do we find inside here?
A lot of naughty, naughty, naughty things.
Really? You're on the cover, and who's this on the back? Who is that there on the back? What is that? Boy, there's something gone wrong there, I'll tell you. What is that all about? Wow, that ain't quite right, is it?
I think you're going to have a lot of friends from Versace calling you up now.
So anyway, congratulations on that deal. And when did you do that?
I did it a couple of months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a couple of months ago. Hair's a little longer now.
They put you in a lot of weird stuff?
They did for a couple of things,
Like what kind of stuff? Anything?
Whoa, where are we going with this?
Well,
do you want the truth?
Yeah, what did they put you in? What kind of, just stuff for the photo shoot, right?
Yeah, stuff for the photo shoot. But then again, you don't know what they're going to use it for, right?
Well, no. Yeah,
Some of it was strange.
Oh, really?
Some of it, yeah.
Like
Well,
what?
I've never really considered myself a fashion buff. I don't, I wear stuff that I like. And so a lot of times I go to these photo shoots and they show me some stuff and I'm quite shocked that people actually wear them. But I was fortunate enough to have some good stuff. I love Giorgio Armani, who that dress is by.
Yeah,
so.
I do too. He's
yeah,
great.
yeah, really.
Are you married?
Why are you asking?
Well, no, I'm just curious. Well, it's for the...
No.
Yeah.
It's for what?
For the application. Have you been married? Have you been married yourself?
No, fortunately, no, I haven't.
You're young. You're just a kid, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the whole marriage thing.
Well, your mom and dad, were they married?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe that's why I don't know how I feel about it.
But no. My point is that one day, people who are ambivalent about this, one day, bingo, everything will seem right, and then it will happen, probably.
Really?
Well, I think. Don't you think so? It's hard to believe you'll go through your life unmarried, don't you think?
No, I don't think so. I'm quite. I like those Tim Robbins, Susan Sarandon things,
It's weird, though, isn't it?
No, that's not weird. I think.
Look who's talking. Look who's talking.
Now, do you have a boyfriend?
Well, did you like marriage? Did you like
Yeah,
it?
I had a good time. I did.
What did you like about it?
It was, you know, it was fine. It was, I was married for 10 years.
What did you like, wearing the ring, or what was it? What about it did you like?
Well, you know, I'll tell you what. The ceremony, I eloped. Well, I didn't elope. We eloped. You can't elope alone. You have to. And we got.
Went to Vegas or something?
No, went to Delaware County, just in Muncie, Indiana. They don't have casino gambling there. And we're married in a garage of a justice of the peace.
You're kidding me.
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's pretty good, isn't it?
I like it. Maybe now I like marriage.
Yeah.
Can you give me the number or something?
I was really drunk. I was. It was a Friday.
I can't see how you can do it any other way.
I was a kid, you know, and the woman was a lovely woman. The problem wasn't her at all. It was just that I was too young. She was too young, and then later we weren't so young, and I don't know what happened there, but it was anyway.
How long were you married? Long
10
time?
years. Yeah.
10. That's long.
Oh yeah, it was long.
That's
sure.
long.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Well, yeah, I think one day probably, sure. Probably.
Really?
Yeah. It's, you know, just I'm maybe a little too sensitive.
That's the best excuse I've ever heard. I'm just a little too sensitive. That's what it is.
Yeah, I just maybe. You know, everything was fine except the parts that weren't fine, and they were horrible.
Really?
But it was, and none of this was her fault. It was all my
All
fault.
you,
All
yeah.
my fault. All my fault, and I just.
Well, you're a big man to say that, you know?
Well, I don't know about that, but you know what? Well, anyway, let's talk about you if we have any time. Do we have any time to talk about her? So do you have a boyfriend or anything?
Yes.
What's his name?
Steven.
What's Steven do?
He's well, a nice intro.
Yeah, you know. He's in the rock band called Third Eye
Third Eye Blind, exactly.
Right?
That's right. Wow, wow, pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Well, how did you meet him?
In somebody's garage, drunk.
Really?
A little too sensitive. But yeah, it's good, you know. When things, I'm.
Now, you have to
I'm
be
a-
careful with these rock and rollers because they're crazy.
Well, so are bankers. So are lawyers.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. They're real headbangers. Hey, how about the movie, The Beggar Vance, The Legend of Beggar Vance? That's pretty good. Beggar Vance, pretty good thing, isn't it? That's an
Yeah.
exciting film.
It is.
Will Smith was here last night.
Was he?
Yeah, he must be great fun. Is he fun? He's got a lot
Do
of
you play
energy.
golf?
No, I don't play golf.
I picked up the game when I made the film because of boredom.
Are you any good?
Well, no, I'm not. I mean, at least I admit that much. But I just played with him 2 weeks ago for a charity, and it was, I think, the worst experience of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a little zealous about the game?
He's a complete freak in many things, but especially with golf.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
literally.
competitive.
Very competitive, and you know, you know, you have the pro tee off and the guy tee off and then the ladies tee
Right.
off, you know, and it was a bunch of guys who, by the end of the day, I just wanted to knock them a good one. But everything went well until like the 10th hole, and all of a sudden everybody forgot about the ladies tee, you know, and it started really just making me so mad. And I called, but we were mic'd, so I couldn't tell him right there, what the hell's wrong with you, you idiot.
So they just kind of forgot all about you, and they were
forgot-
just playing with each
because,
other.
because then they got a walkie message through that we were losing, and then they became real guys, you know, well, now we got to win, you know.
Well, did it ever blow over?
Well, 2 days later, he called me and apologized, because he knew,
Yeah.
you know, I gave him that look.
Yeah. Well, let's see the look. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm a little too sensitive for that look.
But he had quite a brilliant excuse. He said he was dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
Yes.
And he went nuts
He
because
said
he was
the
dehydrated.
sun, I forgot.
The film, let's see, this thing opens on Friday.
Yes.
It's called The Legend of Bagger Vance, and who do you play in the film?
I play a Savannah socialite who kind of the Depression hits 1930s, and she throws this big golf tournament to save her father's golf course.
And it's a great cast, and it looks like a great film. I hope
It
it's a
is.
huge hit. Happy Halloween.
Thank you
Good
very
luck with the
much.
wedding. Charlize Theron, ladies and gentlemen.